Hey guys, welcome to Unverified. I'm Simba, and I'm joined by your boys Isaac, aka Mechna Gamer.
Hello, waves in Vietnamese.
Reese, aka Gamer Something.
I'm back.
And Simi, but you may know him better as Tamago2474. How's it going, bud?
What's up, people? Welcome back.
Another week, and we've survived. We've made it through another week of this tumultuous year. You guys,
Really?
Barely.
Simi, what's been happening to you if you're saying barely?
Listen, we'll get onto it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, man.
I'm worried.
But at least he hasn't been suspended from streaming yet. Unlike our friend Kaceytron. Do you guys know who Kaceytron is?
Is that like a sort of mechanical version of Casey Neistat?
I thought the same thing.
But no, yes, Simba, she's one of those Twitch gamer girls, right?
I don't know if she's a gamer girl per se. The problem is, right, there's so many different type of female online content creator types. You know, there's gamer girls, e-girls, cam girls. Yeah, I don't know which one she fits into.
I'm sorry, Simba, I'm not a doctor in, gamer girl or do you know the different types
Okay,
like
well,
you do?
if you had followed and watched my masterclass, you would have known these things.
I can't afford a masterclass, Simba. We both know this.
But for now, we won't worry about that. But basically, Kaceytron is this big time streamer girl on the Twitch. I know I said girl, which just sounds mildly condescending. I didn't mean that, but she's a female who streams on Twitch, and she recently said something that got her suspended on Twitch. You guys want to hear what got her suspended on Twitch for 7 days?
Was it something actually bad? I do want to hear it, but I have a feeling it's going to be something kind of dumb.
So she was on this show called the Raj Chiller, which we will get into a second. But the Raj Chiller is basically a Twitch dating show. I'll explain it further, but it's not important right now. And she was asked a question in regarding to the guy they were trying to get, and the host of the show says, if the person that they're trying to get had the coronavirus, would you kiss him? To which Kaceytron replies, and I am quoting Kaceytron, anybody who's listening.
Okay.
I'm quoting
All right,
Kaceytron.
so we know for now that this is coming from Simba's heart. Go on.
This was Simba's exact words, his feeling.
Kaceytron said, because I know 10 years someone's going to take this out of context. She says, yes, and we would leave quarantine, and we would try to spread it as much as possible, because the world would be a much better place without old and poor people.
Oh. That's not even that's not even funny. That's just, you're just
Simi,
horrible.
if you actually watch the clips,
This is bad.
she's not even saying it like a joke. She's dead ass serious.
She said it
about this.
deadpan.
Yes.
She was just, wow.
Yeah, they got her suspended on Twitch, and then she had to do a little bit of a backtrack.
Yeah,
So,
understandable.
That's just what? Because I was about to say, in what universe is that funny? But then I'm like, nah, bro. She was saying that from the heart.
Yeah,
like that. She wasn't trying to be funny.
hey man,
She
it's
was
a
just like,
simple
yo.
message.
She heard the question. She was like, this is my opportunity. Now I can say what I think of all them poor people.
And old people, Simi. And old people.
And old people.
Can't forget old people, right? They're kind of in the same category if you really think
I
about
don't
it.
know. Them old people be having their pensions. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
What's the point in being like? What's the point of being rich if you're like 80? Like, is there a point at that stage?
I mean, is there really a point in ever being rich?
Like cosplay as Santa Claus.
like Simba, it's more just to facilitate what you want to do. Because is there even a point in being rich on its own if you have nothing to?
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, all the things I want to do are young people things. I need my spry body.
But is that because you're a young person? Maybe when you're older, you're gonna be like, yo, I'd love some prunes right now.
Yeah, of course your priorities change, but that's part of the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I wouldn't want to go and fucking base jump off Mount Everest with no parachute at 80.
Wouldn't you?
Well, that's just dying.
Aries, man, don't knock it till you try it. Okay?
Have you tried dying before, Isaac?
If you do it right, you don't die straight away.
Straight
You
away.
experience a good amount of pain first.
Yeah. And then your body shuts down.
It's all about how you fall off the mountain. Is the important.
Simba, are you a professional mountain faller?
If I was, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So
No, he'd be laced, man. You know how much these people get
I
paid?
don't know if that's one of those jobs that you can do enough times to become a professional at.
No, bro. The salary is like if you do it once, you get paid like $1 million, but if you die on the job, you don't get paid.
Basically, like if you do it once, like you're minted, that's it for life. You're set. But like if you fail,
you say minted, $1 million isn't really
$1 million as a lump sum
for the rest of
It's
your
kinda
life,
minted.
though.
You could do other stuff afterwards. You can like base jump off of Everest and then be an accountant.
Is that all you would do? I feel like if you did that, you then become that accountant who all he ever talks about is that one time he jumped off Mount Everest.
yeah, you just become that really boring uncle who's like, so have you guys heard about that time that a base jumped off Mount Everest without a parachute? Yes,
Like,
you've told
yeah,
us
we
20
heard it.
times.
Yeah, do you think
harder.
that she should have got banned for this?
To be honest, like as bad as what she said was, I'm struggling to see what guidelines she violated.
She did break some sort of rule. I don't remember what it was, man. Twitch's rules.
Is it just discrimination against a group?
I think it was like a type of hate
Yeah.
speechy type of thing.
Hate speech, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, it's good to
Makes sense.
have some sort of punishment for it. I don't know, though. It's one of those things like, wow, that is so evil that you said that.
Here's my kind of rebuttal here, right? And see, I've actually watched this Twitch dating show before because I guess I don't like
Why?
myself very much. So I've actually seen this girl on this show before. That just kind of seems to be her character. She seems to just say a lot of bullshit, deadpan. And a lot of people say a lot of dumb stuff on that show.
That's the vibe I'm getting from the story. It's like,
Yeah.
does she just say stuff to shock?
Yeah, because some people say fucked up stuff in a deadpan type of way,
Yes.
and that's their
See,
kind of
I
humor.
feel like the difference is that like this specific joke is very like relevant in like now, and is something that could actually happen.
I do get what Reese is saying because like just like going on a podcast and chatting fuck for poor and old people, you might get a bit of backlash from it, but it wouldn't be as bad as saying, "Oh yeah, we would spread a fatal disease to a bunch of old and poor
Yes.
people." Like,
And those are the
that's-
people dying.
Yeah,
Yes.
It is the climate right now. But more important question: would you guys ever go on a dating show?
Would I go on a dating show?
Yeah.
It depends on what sort of dating show it was. I would never go on a show like Love Island.
Okay, so let me explain this dating show that she was on, which is called The Raj Chiller. The Raj Chiller is you have one main person. So let's say it was you, Simi. You'd be the person that goes on and everyone's trying to basically fight for your approval, your appeal, your love and affection, right?
Okay, so how is this different from my day today?
You're awake. You're actually conscious.
All right, cool. That's a cool little unique element there.
Simi, I would say that one that changes the game a bit. Just a little bit. But
It's just a minor bit. So yeah, so these people are fighting for your love and affection, right? But the twist is, before everyone comes on the show, they have to pick two options. Either love or host. If they picked love, that means they actually want to go on a date with you. If they picked host, they're basically just on the show for clout. And if they win, you don't get a date, they get clout, you've lost, basically.
Okay.
So the game is kind of, as the person, let's say you as the person who is trying to get a date, you're trying to weed out the person you're most interested in, but also trying to figure out who's here for the clout and who's here for you, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'd totally go on a show like that because that just seems fun. Like whether I'm looking for like a romantic interest or not, I would just do it because it seems fun. And if something came of it, then yeah, sure. What I'm questioning is, so what is it? Is it just they ask questions to get to know each other? Are there challenges? Like, what else is there?
So yeah, it's kind of just like questions and stuff. So for instance, Quackity was on this one and he had gone to each of their Twitter feeds and basically just was like, so on this day you said this, this, and this. And then they're like, they basically had to justify themselves. So you can
Right.
ask a bunch of questions and steer it how you want.
That's cool. And like all the people trying to get dates are also like streamers and stuff? Or are they like real?
Most
Just
of them
like
are streamers, yeah.
Okay.
I think most of them
Okay.
are streamers like YouTubers or whatever. I'm pretty
see, I feel like I would do it, but only ever for the meme. Like, I would never probably do something like that to actually consider an actual relationship. But just for the meme, if I'm really thinking it, then yeah, probably because it sounds like a good joke.
I feel like it'd be more fun to be on, the other side as host, so you can just mess with people.
Now that could be. To be fair, I'd do that too. I'd be like,
Yo, Simba, when are we doing the Unverified dating show?
But we'd have to find girls who want to date us.
That's easier for some of us than the others.
Yeah, I feel like we've just stopped that in the tracks. So yeah, there goes that idea.
Sorry, just something I legit just thought of right now. Right, sorry to interrupt. The Raj Chiller, is that its own Twitch channel?
He has his own Twitch channel, yes. I don't know if it's called the Raj Chiller or it's just on his channel called Raj, but yeah.
And when people go on it, are they also streaming on their own channel?
It's being streamed on his channel.
Right. So what I'm thinking is, if she said that during his stream, and she wasn't actually saying it on her own live stream, that makes it more dubious, in my opinion, that she got banned.
Yeah.
Because it's like, she wasn't actually on her channel.
But Simi, at the same time, like, it brings up the question, like, should he then be punished for the actions of another streamer on his channel? Like, let's say you were streaming.
I think Simi's saying that she shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I'm guessing is what Simi's saying.
Yeah, like, definitely not him. Obviously he shouldn't.
But then that's also saying, like, say if, you have a very family-friendly streamer, like, say, like, Simi, when you start streaming, you have you're there, you're doing all your thing, but you go on Twitter one day and you just go off. Because you did all this on Twitter, are you saying then you still shouldn't, like, be banned on whatever you're doing it?
So in response to that question, right, if you think of it from a purely, I guess, moral standpoint, then yeah, you probably, maybe you should get, it's a hard one. If you go off on Twitter and you're messing up, should that affect your Twitch? Should that affect your YouTube? I actually don't know. I don't know.
Simi, I feel like we're thinking about this question in the wrong way, because at the same time, it also needs to take into account how much that blows up with the media. Because if it then news articles start being written that famous YouTuber goes off on Twitter, then YouTube is going to also do it to save face, at least. Like, it also then brings YouTube down, so it depends on
basically,
it becomes.
in this scenario, that being, like, the phrase that was said, Twitch wouldn't have been able to just do nothing on that.
It is a thing where it's like, it puts them in a bit of a tougher position, though. Because I would say anyone who says she shouldn't have had a channel ban, they do have some footing. It
wasn't a full ban though, right? It was like
7 days.
Just 7 days.
Yeah, it's a 7-day suspension.
So
It's
that's
minor,
fine.
bro.
Like, if it was a full channel, you're completely gone, then I'd maybe say that's a bit much. Like, a sort of suspension to at least Twitch are firmly saying that's not okay.
We do not approve
Don't
of
do
this,
that.
so then they do get to
Low
save
key,
face and not
though, in the streaming world, 7 days, you might just be out of a job.
I mean, wrong. I mean, not wrong. Correct.
Reese is just so used to telling people that they're wrong.
Wait a minute, I'm not used to saying that.
Yeah, Reese is just so used
Wait, I agree. Whoa.
Reese is just so used to disagreeing with people that
So
it was
quick
his
on
natural
that.
instinct.
Yeah, I know. Like, some of the streamers I know, like, if they say take, like, 2 or 3 days off for a convention, they see their numbers drop by, like, hundreds, if not thousands.
Yeah.
No,
Like, you can't take the tiniest break. Because if someone goes to your channel when you're supposed to be there, you're not like, fine, I'll find someone else.
Here's my thing. All right, I'm about to say something here. Here we go. Twitch, come at me.
Oh boy.
The Twitch community, come at me.
Twitch
please.
only come at Simba and not us. If you ever want to sponsor the rest of us,
No, I'm not even. I'm not coming at Twitch as a company. The Twitch community might have me.
Okay, that's fine.
I think the problem is too many of these streamers are the same. They're all so similar, man. I've been on Twitch. I can hop from one streamer to the other, and they're replaceable. And that's the problem. Is the minute one of them goes off, it's like there's 10 more of you waiting for me to watch. It's not a problem. And I think the issue isn't necessarily that the Twitch community is like, oh, we're so jumpy. Just like most of them don't make very original, interesting stuff, and their personalities aren't diverse enough to set them apart. It's like if you're a personality where your content is so diverse that people are like, yo, I need to see this. I'm gonna get the shakes if I don't see this show. Then, if you're gone for a couple days, people will be more excited. They'll be like, yo, I can't wait for him to come back because it's so good. But I think too many people on Twitch are just so replaceable, dude.
You ever have that, like connectable personality, or like have like a really good community, or just either just be really good at the game that you're playing to
No, but
be
even
able
if you're
to
really good,
keep
then
people.
you're still replaceable.
Yeah,
Still
that's such a
replaceable.
So it's like, yeah,
replaceable quality.
on something like Twitch, as you said, a lot are the same. The majority of Twitch is, hey, I'm me, I have a ton of energy, and I scream.
That's true. That's like what it was on YouTube back when like Let's Plays were the most popular.
With the
thing as well.
Jacksepticeye, the PewDiePie.
Markiplier, like those three, the
Markiplier,
trifecta, you could
yeah.
sort of, in general, aren't necessarily that kind of unique in a way where this would make them entertaining to watch. The most common way to be entertaining is just to be able to engage with the chat, have a few jokes here and there, and being, decent enough at the game that's not frustrating to watch you. And like those are fairly like basic qualities to have. And so it's like it's very rare that you're gonna get the person who has something completely out there.
So what you've just described there is that's the bar. That's what you need to be at to run a reasonably successful stream. But if you go, hey, everybody's doing that, you have to ask yourself the question is, if everybody's doing this and I'm also doing this thing, that means I'm easily replaceable. And I feel like at that point you have to ask yourself a question, okay, what do I now do to set my stream apart? And you have to, it's not an easy question, which is why most people don't ask it.
Or even if they do, they just continue on.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but I think you have to look at ways you can make set your stream apart. It's like somebody will come along and they'll do something in their stream and will be like, yo, that's extraordinary, right? And it's not because that's not possible, it's because they thought about it. And they're like, because they wanted to break in. But if you're already just sitting at the top, you're going to be like, hey, well, it doesn't matter. But
Simba at the same time as that as well, Twitch has a problem which YouTube has, but like on another level where like you could do something which is completely inspired one day, but then the next day someone has essentially copied what you've done to now make that the standard of Twitch. So you need to kind of continuously develop in that sense.
That's true, but if your thing is good enough, because if your thing is good enough, it's going to require a lot of work to do that thing. And if somebody has copied that well enough, then your thing should be so good to be like, oh, okay, you deserve that because this was hard.
No, I'd agree with that. I mean, even like with what Raj seems to be doing with Raj Chiller, like is Raj on his own a streamer and then this is a show he does on his stream?
So he seems to do other things that are like, his content seems to be based on doing shows that collaborate a bunch of streamers together from what I've seen. I haven't watched anything else but the Raj Chiller.
But yeah, even something like that is something where, okay, this is a different thing that sets his stream apart. So, yeah, I'd say you're totally right on that point.
That's my thing with like YouTube and stuff is like people, again, you probably have much better say on this than I do. I'm just hypothesizing for someone on the outside. But I feel like you can get into these industries like YouTube and Twitch. But because of how saturated it is, you have to be so much better now. You have to actually spend time thinking about your videos and making them if you want to do well. Like you have to put time in now. Hold on. This is a real tangent, but I have a bit of a hypothetical that is on my brain.
Okay.
And because, this week has been a mess and there's nothing really going on, might as well. Do you guys have any celebrity or person that, let's say you were in a relationship, if this person was like, hey, yo, you down, would you be willing to drop things for them? Be like, yeah, this is worth the next year or two of my life.
Oh, is there like a drop everything celebrity?
Not like drop everything, just drop the relationship you currently have celebrity.
No one comes to mind for that. No, I mean...
Yeah, to be fair, I barely actually pay attention to celebrities and I don't care about people enough to just go, yeah, I'll drop everything for you, that's calm, so...
I'm even trying to think of like a celebrity crush, like not even necessarily I drop what I have for them, but just a crush in general.
Same.
And I don't have one. I would say my most recent one was Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yeah, but
I was never about Scarlett Johansson.
Same, never really for me personally.
I think it was when I saw Iron Man 2 as a kid. I was just like,
So you realized he was a man while watching Iron Man 2.
I was like, with the scene where Adrian Romanoff just freaking climbs over that dude, flips him over. I'm like, okay.
The fact that he remembers the scene tells you everything. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just my take on relationships, right? Like, I don't think I actually have a celebrity crush. But like, all right, here's the part that where something gets really, really, really fucking deep here. Is where Simba starts digging his hole, right? This girl that I'm with is probably great. She's probably fantastic. She probably loves me, and she probably believes I love her too. And that's great.
Believes,
right?
Right? That's fantastic. We're probably having a great.
This is a hypothetical, right?
This is a hypothetical.
Okay,
just a hypothetical.
Simba, never show any of your future spouses this podcast.
I was about to say, like, god damn.
Yes, this is just a hypothetical situation, right?
Yep.
Why'd you say that? We both have mutual feelings. But let's say I go to like a party and I don't know, someone name an attractive female celebrity.
Zendaya is the first one that comes to mind.
Zendaya, I'm not interested really.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson. Okay, Rihanna.
I ain't a fan of Rihanna.
I'm not a fan of Rihanna
Beyonce.
either. I don't know, man. No, not really.
Fam, Jesus,
it seems like you have a list.
Jesus.
I don't know.
No, I'm just naming it. Okay, come on. It's not hard to come up with a list of attractive female celebrity. Those are some of the most basic qualifiers.
Ah, okay. I have one.
Yes,
okay,
Sim,
I have
I
one.
guess for you, Raven Simone.
Raven Simone.
Oh wait, no,
Nope, Lene.
Raven.
Stop! Just stop!
Raven.
Just stop talking! Just stop! just stop!
I've stopped.
This dude was like, I can see into the future. Okay, I've stopped.
Okay, let's say I'm at the club, and I'm at the club without this girl that I am in a relationship with. Because you're just out with the boys, and for some reason, like let's say like Zsazzy Beats. You know who Zsazzy Beats is?
I've heard that name before. Oh yes. I know
Not the name.
She plays Domino in Deadpool 2.
Ah, yes.
She's also the main female character in the Joker movie. She's also
She looks like Prince Harry's wife. I forgot her name, unfortunately.
Meghan Markle. I disagree.
She looks a lot like Meghan Markle.
I'm gonna say that's just racist. No, she's just a light-skinned
No, she
black
does.
chick. She does
No,
not.
Yes,
doesn't
I-
really
are
do.
you
just,
serious?
She just does not.
No,
She just
no,
doesn't.
no.
You're wrong. That's Simi. You're just racist.
Simi,
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
Simba,
searching
I am
this
sorry.
right
I am
now.
all gonna look
No,
up a
no,
picture
no,
of
no,
Zsazzy
no, no,
Beats.
no.
You're wrong. You're just incorrect.
Oh wow.
She looks
Nah,
nothing
she
like
actually
her.
doesn't, bro.
Wow.
Yo, who is this?
Yeah, she looks
He just
nothing
disproved
like her.
himself.
Nothing, bro.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
No. She kind of does though.
No, she doesn't.
You already
bro.
said
No,
yourself.
listen.
Simi,
He does.
you're wrong.
moving on.
You're
When she
wrong.
was in one of the Fast and Furious movies, and I thought for the whole movie that she was Meghan Markle.
It's just
Is
on
that
you.
her in the Fast and Furious? I think you're also wrong about this.
No,
Hold on.
bruh, she was in Fast and Furious.
I'm gonna check
Not-
this up because I think you're wrong about this too. I think you're just racist. Hold on.
What do you mean?
I'm
She's in
about to
Fast
prove.
and Furious.
I'm about to prove Simi's a racist. Which one?
I don't know, the one where it's like.
Fate of the Furious, apparently.
Was she actually in it?
See you again. That one.
No, you're thinking of Natalie Emmanuel. You
Natalie
goddamn
Emmanuel.
the hacker chick, right?
I don't know, to be honest. Oh, that's who I'm thinking.
Bro, you're racist.
Those are three different people. Oh my god. Those are three different people.
Oh my gosh, Simi.
Whoa.
Simi, no.
Yeah, no, she's not in any
Nah,
of
fam,
us.
because I was about to say she has had a very successful career for her age. She's been in all these shows. How's she on 2 TV shows currently running at the same time? I was wondering.
So we've just discovered that Simi thinks all light-skinned black girls look
Can
the
we
same.
just move on? Simba, you're at the bar with a bunch of
Simba,
your
yes,
bros.
you were saying.
And then, Zsazzy Beats comes over.
I mean, are we sure? Are we sure it isn't someone else?
No,
It's not Meghan Markle.
Shut.
if it's Simi in the club, he won't know.
Shut. Okay, Simba.
Simi
it was
taps my
royalty.
shoulder and be like, hey, yo, bro, it's Zsazzy. I'm like,
Oh.
bruh, that's Raven Simone. What?
Anyway, Simba, continue.
Oh, anyways, back to my hypothetical. Simi got me heated. Don't you ever question me on light-skinned black girls again.
Okay, fine.
All right, back to my point. So I'm in the club, and let's say Zsazzy Beats Natalie Emmanuel, whatever, walks in, and you're getting the vibe, and you're like, oh, she's hitting on me. It's like you exchange numbers, and you're like, and you're like, oh, she's down. I personally would be like, I'd go home and go, okay, there's this girl in a relationship. She's been in a relationship with me. She's committed to me. She's probably been there for me through thick and thin, potentially, depending on how long. But I also have to think. But also, right?
Also, Simba's a misogynist, so...
No, shut up. But also, right? One, my view on relationships, I don't really believe in long-term relationships. Like super duper long-term to begin with, right? Let me preface with that. But also, I'm only going to live once, right? And I know to God, if I am sitting on my deathbed, I'm going to be like, yo, I could have hit Zsazzy Beats. And then I just didn't. Because it's like, you could not date Zsazzy Beats. and then your girlfriend breaks up with you a month later, and you're gonna be sitting there feeling like the mug, the biggest mug, right? My thing is like, I just gotta be like, I'd be honest with myself, right? I'm more interested in that. That's my personal thing.
Well, that works on the preface you provided, which is that you don't believe in long-term relationships anyway. So in that, I feel like in that sort of like mindset, then yeah, you might as well just jump to whatever you consider the next best thing to be at the time.
But also, I feel like I'd get into a relationship with somebody where I'd be like, listen, Zsazzy Beats just hit my phone up. They'd be like, it's okay, I get it. And you know?
Yeah.
I feel like with every relationship I get into, I'm going to establish a rule. I'm going to be like, okay, who are the 3 people that you would instantly dump me for?
3?
Yeah, you got to have
like
7.
Get free.
I'm used to there being 1. Like, who's your 1 cheat?
Listen, human beings are too self-centered. There are 7 billion human beings, bro. Who do you think you are?
Alright, Simi actually thinks he's number 2 on the list.
Bro, come on. Bro, you're lucky he's not like
So what you're
20.
forgetting is Simi can pick one and it counts as 3, so...
Wait, what? I don't get it. I'm lost. Oh! Okay.
I feel like it's a pretty good idea to go into a relationship and be like, who are your top 3? Who are the 3 people that like, if it happens, you're instantly like, it's game over. And then you do the same, and if you both have done it, then it's fair game. Because then when it happens, you know, when the girl leaves me for like, I don't know, Jimin, I'll be like, I saw this coming, you know. I get it. I respect it. I would too.
Yeah, man, at that point, rather than being angry, you're just happy for her because you're like, I guess you got one of the top 3.
If you guys had to pick a top 3 list, would be on your list?
I'd have to think about it.
You know?
I'd think very hard about it, to be honest.
Off the top
And
of
it's
your
like,
head.
is it one of those things where you could every few years adjust it?
Yeah, of course. Human beings are malleable, but you can only have 3. You can always update it. You just can only have 3.
No, but like, what if you have those 3 though, then you update it, and then, you know, the person who's now number 4 rolls over, like, what do you do in that situation?
What do you mean?
Like, so
Or
like
you update it and then conveniently tomorrow somebody that you just updated it to shows up, you know.
No, like, no,
Like,
what I mean is
we
that,
should
so
look
you
at
have, so Sim, what I mean is you have those 3, but actually you change your mind, basically. Like, you decide, someone beats out one of those 3, but then the person who just dropped off the list comes over to you.
All right,
like,
you have to
is
set
that
a
still
rule.
fair game?
If you update the list, then you have to wait. If anything, then you have to have like a 3 to 4 month risk period, in which in that 3 to 4 months, if anything potentially does happen with anyone on that list, you have to reject it.
That's
I haven't thought about this. It's all hypotheticals today. That previous situation was entirely hypothetical. If I'm with a girl when you're listening to this, I love you, girl. You're the best. Okay?
He doesn't.
You're great. I never.
The only part about that was hypothetical is everything after you went to the club. Yep.
I'm just future proofing myself here because you never know what happens. So you guys don't have a top 3?
I don't have a top 3.
You
Legit.
don't have anyone.
No, like for real. Like there's
No.
no celebrity where it's like I'd hop on that
Is there any
if I got
person?
the
It
opportunity.
doesn't have to be a celebrity. Is there any person?
It would be weird if I just named a person
No, you don't have
that
to name.
wasn't
You don't
a
have
celebrity.
to name the person. Celebrity.
No,
is
no,
that
there
person.
isn't a person.
A symbol of a person's probably you. Like, he probably just doesn't want to say it because
bruv.
you're here.
I respect that. Harry's on my list.
And to be honest, like, I ain't gay, but I can respect that. Harry's attractive. I ain't gay, but
I've told Harry more than enough times. If I was gay, he'd get
Have
it.
you said it enough times? Say it one more time.
I ain't gay, bro.
Harry, if you're listening to this, if I was gay, you'd get it. Just keeping it 100. You'd get it. Do you guys have any? Do you have any guy who like you look at and be like, if I was voting for the other side, you'd get it?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
That was quick. Is he one of your 3 siblings?
No. Like legit. I've thought about it, and I'm like, if I was gay, yeah.
You know
Ryan
who's
Gosling.
mine? Brad Pitt every time, bro.
He's too old.
It's no, man. Even now he's great. Like
Yeah.
even now he's good, dude. Even now, even I'm not even voting for the other side, and I'd still think about it.
Yeah. To be
Ryan
honest, he's
Gosling's a
aged
good
like
pick.
fan wine so fair.
Do you know who people always say is like super attractive? But I'm like, I feel like he's aggressively attractive.
Who?
Henry Cavill.
Oh, like he's
him.
very
Yeah,
cut
no.
and dry, fit the mold,
Yeah.
constructed. Like someone built you, bro.
He's
Yeah,
basically
someone
like
made
he's
him to
basically
be
like the
attractive.
default settings basically on like an attractive character maker. It's just
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like somebody was like, make the most attractive male human being you can, and this one was like, there you go. And Henry Cavill was born. It's like it's too much. You gotta have like some sort of quirks. Like Ryan Gosling's attractive, but his face has quirks. You know what I mean? My face is all just quirks, so maybe that makes me the best.
Nah, there's a ratio to it, bro.
There's a ratio. What's the ratio, Sammy?
I don't know the exact number, but there's a quirk to acceptable ratio.
Where do you think you fit on that?
Simi, give us a ballpark. Give us just an estimate of this ratio.
You've got to have one quirk for every, no more than one quirk for every 2 regular things on your face.
Wait, for every 2 regular or 2 attractive things?
I'd say attractive things.
Well, then what is an attractive thing? Isn't an attractive thing just a regular thing, like having your nose in the center of your face?
Well, no, your face can be average, but then it could also be attractive. Like, there is definitely a distinct difference, Simi.
Yeah,
No.
there's like certain things. It's like good eyebrows, a good jawline,
Yeah, I was about to say.
certain type
Okay.
of lips. You know what I mean? There's things.
Yeah.
There's things you gotta balance out.
Bro, I don't know the science of attraction.
You haven't been researching.
I ain't ever had to, bruh. It's all natural.
Wait, that's natural? Oh, I thought you got into an accident, sorry.
Wow.
Wild. That was really unnecessary.
Dude is taking no prisoners
That was
tonight.
so unnecessary. Yo, Reese, what dude would you bang?
I've already said before, haven't put any thought into this.
All right, right now.
No.
Okay, out of
We've
the
got time to do some Googling. Go ahead.
out of the 7 hosts of the podcast. Ooh. Sorry,
None of
6, because that
I don't
includes
like
you.
any of you.
No, there is one correct answer. There is one correct answer.
I barely tolerate you people.
Nah, you have to pick one.
I ain't.
You have to. You have to, Reese. One.
Like, if it came down to
Alternate. I'm not.
Bro, stop holding on to your heterosexuality. Just pick one.
Again, none of you.
Man, Reese is such a cis
We
white
don't
male.
we don't reach his standards, guys. We have to accept it.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. What standards is Reese having that he wouldn't at least just go out and say Harry?
He just doesn't want to say it. It's you know one of those things where like something is so much not a joke that you can't even like say it as a joke. It's too close to home.
Or maybe he would trip us all up and say Louis instead.
What about you, Isaac?
I've already said out of the people on this podcast, Harry, easily.
Who's number 2 on the list?
Bruh, this dude is just waiting for his name. He's just like, yeah, but who's number 2 on the list?
Simba, in all honesty, if you want to know where you are number 3, I've already told you that you're in the top percentile of people on this podcast.
Why am I number 3? No slash to anybody else
Honestly,
here, but why am I number 3?
Honest before you.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut. It's time for you to socially distance yourself from this podcast because it's been long enough and we're tired and it's a long day. You've had a long day. We've had a long day. I'm sorry for the podcast being all over the place. Nothing happened this week. It's not our fault. I promise. We're good at this usually. Go check us on Twitter at Unverified Show. The same on Instagram. If you want to go check us out on the YouTubes, which you probably should be on already if you're not, but you might be listening on Spotify or something, then you should go to youtube.com/unverified. Also, podcast is now on iTunes. So yeah, you can go listen on your iPhones. You know, if you listen to the podcast in your AirPod Pros because you're a baller, of course. Come on, anyone who listens to this podcast has AirPod. If you're listening to this podcast on normal earphones, turn off right now. I don't want to. We don't
Bye, guys.
go.
Only Chad should just listen to this podcast. Honestly, like if you're listening to this podcast right now, you're a Chad.
If you're if you're not listening to this on an iPhone 11 Max Pro with AirPods, I don't want your
With
viewership.
S Pen. Sorry,
All jokes aside, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to go find out what the boys are doing, saying, or up to, you should go follow them on their respective Twitter pages mentioned at the beginning of the podcast.
you still won't find out.
Kids,
Oh my god, is this guy okay?
do you have any final words for the podcast?
I think I have coronavirus, dude.
Ooh, that's not good.
socially distance yourself from Simi's YouTube channel.
No. The YouTube channel is the vaccine.
Oh,
Trust me.
No,
I don't
trust
think
me.
you can say that. You can't say that. you can't.
No. I think I can say that.
you can't say that.
It's like Simi, you're there quite often, and if you got it, clearly doesn't work.
Well, listen, I guide others to a treasure I cannot possess, okay?
All right, Risa, have you got any wise words of wisdom? All right, deep stuff.
Drink
man.
water, hydrate. Perfect.
social distance. Remember to wash your hands and your feet and your parts which I won't mention on this podcast.
Why?
Yeah. Like arms.
Why?
What, like your fingers?
This has been the Unverified podcast. Don't break up with your real girlfriend or hypothetical girlfriend, Zsazzy Beats, but also Zsazzy Beats.
Or
My
Meghan
DMs
Markle.
are open at Swizzy IV, so you know what's up. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Stay safe. Bye.
Peace out, people.
Enjoy your lives.
I thought Reese was going to say something.
I thought
So
he was going to say
did I.
something too, man. You're just out here being silent, like...
Huh?